How's it going, everybody? My name's Eric, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Beeprt By-245 thermal label printer. We're going to do an unboxing, an initial setup, and I'm going to do some test prints for you guys. This video is sponsored by Beeprt. They sent me this printer. It is available on Amazon shipped Prime for $132 as of today. But the prices of these printers tend to change a little bit with the market. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. If you have any questions about the printer at any time, put them in the comment section and let's get into this printer. I want to let you guys know this is a USB thermal printer. It's not gonna work with your iPhone. It's not gonna work wirelessly. You're going to need a USB cable and a computer. This does not use ink. It does not use toner. It's a thermal printer. It uses a print head that uses a heat contact onto a paper that transfers an image with a heat reaction to the chemicals that are on the paper. I do like the packaging. A colored box always does wonders for branding. It looks like it had gotten a little bit beat up by Amazon, but that's not the company's fault. That's at the fulfillment centers there. There are some specs on the outside of the box. It is a direct thermal printer, meaning that it prints directly onto the labels with contact with a print head. 203 DPI, prints at a speed of 150 millimeters per second, which is just about 6 inches per second. And the maximum width is 104 millimeters, which is a little bit over 4 inches wide. But you can print as narrow as 48 millimeters up to 104 millimeters. 8 megabytes of RAM, don't really know what that does. All the other stuff doesn't really matter. So let's get into this thing and get it set up. Once we open this thing, we are greeted with a nice little baggie of goodies. Looks like we have a Beeprt USB driver. That is nice. We got an alcohol pad to clean our print head, a quick start guide, which we're not gonna read because I hardly ever read these things, but it's nice. Most people like to follow video tutorials, and I have a lot of videos, and I actually will be coming out with some video tutorials for this. And it looks like a stack of probably 20 labels. That's always nice as well. We got our USB cable, printer itself, and looks like a power supply. Power supply is a GVE 24 volt, 2 amp, 100 to 240 volts power supply, and it does use a barrel connector. So here is the printer itself, bagged nicely. One button for like feed and calibration. I do have a power switch. Not all printers have power switches. It's got our 2 ports in the back, the USB and the power supply. And on the bottom we have these little riser pads. And it looks like the shell was designed with some sort of place where a power supply could go en route through here, but it's not being used with this model. On the front, we do have some teeth to rip the label, and we got our little opening levers. So I'm gonna pull those towards me to open up the printer. Once we're inside, they do give us like a test print information of their product. Here is the platen roller. We have our label feed guides. So that will move in and out. And we have our spool holder. On the top, there's our thermal print head. If you can see in the back here, you can feed labels through the back. So if you have a giant roll of labels that will not fit inside of the printer, such as these, can't close, you can put these on a spool behind it, feed it through the back there, and print that way. One of the things I like about this printer that I like about most printers that are like this are non-proprietary designs, meaning that I can use any type of labels with it. It doesn't have a little punch sensor, or I don't have to use DK label. I can use any brand labels with this printer. So the free ones from UPS or FedEx or Hermes or Royal Post or wherever you're getting the labels from will work with this printer. I do have a smaller roll that we're gonna use, so I'm gonna place that in here, and then I'm gonna put it through those feed guides, and I'm gonna close the top. I'm gonna take the power supply, plug it into the back of the printer, and then plug this side into the wall. I'm gonna turn the printer on, and most likely it's not calibrated, so I'm gonna press this button. Oh, surprisingly, it actually is calibrated. So whenever you press the button. If one label comes out, then it is indeed calibrated. For some reason, if I wanted to calibrate it, let's see if I hold this button down. Yeah, you just hold the front button down and it'll calibrate the printer. Cool, so we are good to go. So according to the website, this printer works with Mac, it works with Windows, it works with Linux. Okay, so I got my beautiful test print label. So now I'm gonna hit print. And look at that. A beautiful thermal label. These are adhesive. You can just peel them, stick them on your package, stick them on your poly mailer, and that is the beauty of a thermal printer. So that is the first look at the Beeprt By-245 thermal label printer. We will be coming out with some tutorials for this later. For most 4x6 applications, this product will work perfectly fine. Shout out to Beeprt for sending me this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.